Hey guys, my name's Ethan. I'm the founder of Millennia X, and I want to say a few words about one of the projects or one of the areas that we're going to be focusing on with a lot of the work we do, a lot of the donations that we send off to projects and people that are making a difference in the world. And that has to do with making sure that everyone in the world has access to clean water. And this feels like it, on the one hand, it's a frustrating issue to even have to support this because it means that this problem exists. And the fact that, tens of thousands of villages in Africa and elsewhere in the world don't have access to clean water is complete BS, in my opinion. The governments of the world have had the opportunity over the past few decades, several decades, to fix this problem. This stuff should have been fixed like 50, 60 years ago. There are still tens of thousands of villages in Africa where women to this day have to walk for hours each day to get dirty water out of like a mud hole or like a stream. That's what they use for cooking, cleaning. And the kids and the families die of cholera in 2021. We've got space travel, we've got stuff, Starlink, we've got, artificial intelligence. We have amazing technological breakthroughs, but we still have people in the world that don't have access to clean water. I'm not even talking about running water not being clean. I'm talking about, these villages not even have access to the old school like pumps that you'd see, those manual wells that you see sometimes like in old parks, remnants of the small villages in the US that were used 100 years ago. 100 years ago, they don't even have that. And it irritates me that we have this problem. It's a critical need. You look at all the things that that money can help with, and this is basic survival stuff. This is like bottom of Maslow's hierarchy of needs. It's the survival stuff, and why we haven't done that it frustrates me so much. That's one of the things that we're going to be focusing on here. It's a passion project of mine, an area that I really want to focus my efforts on. We're going to be doing videos about stuff that we're doing, that other organizations are doing, projects that are happening in Africa and elsewhere where this is needed. This is super critical. We should not have anybody on this planet who doesn't have access to clean, safe drinking water. And this is one of the things that is super important to us. And a lot of the stuff that we're going to be doing and organizations we're going to be donating to are kind of the bottom of the barrel, the survival stuff. It's like the homeless shelters, the food banks, the water wells that need to be dug. It's basic stuff. We shouldn't have this issue, shouldn't have a problem with this anywhere in the world. We've got, so much money in the world and so many resources in the world that we could solve these things pretty quickly. But for whatever reason we haven't, and I've got my opinions on that, and I don't have a very high opinion of the governments of the world for not having stepped in a long time ago, decades ago, and helping people out. And I'll share some of my thoughts on that as time goes by. But ultimately, I see something like this and I go, I and others, we have to do the best that we can to support people who are in need. It's ridiculous. It's a first world problem when I can complain about my pizza delivery being a couple minutes late, or one of the toppings being incorrect or something like that. That's truly a first world problem when people don't have access to clean water, much less shelter or food. So we're going to start focusing on some of that stuff with the work that we do. You're going to see videos come out on YouTube, on Twitter, with some of the projects that we're supporting, that we're highlighting throughout the world, things that need to be done that are super critical. And I would urge you to consider, if you're in a place where you can do this financially, is you would consider donating to some of these causes, some of these organizations that do this kind of good stuff around the world. It's super critical that people jump in and do this. A lot of the stuff I'm going to talk about on this channel has to do with cryptocurrency and people who have invested in it, because I see the cryptocurrency is really, it's a wealth, it's transferring wealth from old hands to new hands, and old hands haven't, in my opinion, always used their wealth to the maximum benefit of the world. And so we're gonna highlight the people in crypto, that are helping out, because crypto, I think a lot of the wealth, a lot of the riches from crypto investing, it's going to go to people who are going to make better use of it than it has been used in the past. So we're going to be highlighting the people that are in that community that have benefited from their crypto investments, that are making a difference in the world. If you are one of those people, consider doing something, as I mentioned, to help make the world a better place. And we would love to highlight what you're doing. It just inspires us, it inspires everybody else. So just show us what you're doing. We'd be happy to promote what you're doing. Anyway, until later, you guys take care. Good luck. God bless. Godspeed.